Okay, I don't know how good the light is right here because I can't actually see the screen. But yeah, there's a few things that I left out in the video that I made yesterday. One, which is that there was a lady in a wheelchair, and I thought her speech was amazing. She had difficulties for the first few years of her life. It's almost put into a conservatorship, and then she managed to sort of recover, not fully, or maybe it didn't happen like straight away, but it happened over time, and she got better and better, and she ended up getting like lots of degrees, learning how to speak lots of languages, and just her life improved dramatically. And she believed that if she would have been put into a conservatorship, her life kind of would have been over, and she wouldn't have been allowed to do all the things that she has gone on to do. I think that was the problem with the conservatorships, which is that it was much easier to get in one than it was to get out of them. And once you've got that conservatorship, it's like being labelled incapable. My suggestion, which is something that I said to one of the blonde lady, that if you want to try and fix it, my suggestion would be, if you are going to have a conservatorship, maybe have it as a time scale, and then after that time scale is finished, actually finish it, and then wait to see how the person copes without it. And if they need another one, then you have to build up all the reasons why they need another one, rather than just continuing with the old one, because the old one's going to be full of data that's old. It might not be the same. They might have changed. They might have got better and recovered from issues that they were suffering from earlier and stuff. I mean, I don't really know how it works in England, so I don't think conservatives don't exist in England. So I don't think they need to really, but I don't know, whatever. And yeah, and what else? I was just really, after I left that thing, there was this really bizarre, crazy lady that was just shouting into thin air about how Wicca is bad. Don't you try and convince Wiccan that it's good, or I don't know what she was saying, but it was something not convincing Wiccans. Don't deceive people into normalizing Wiccan. And it was almost like she was talking to me and was like, oh wow, someone can actually see me, that's amazing. But she wasn't actually looking at me, she was looking at some sort of imaginary figure, and there was no one else around me. And yeah, there's a lot of crazy people here, and I feel like crazy people can actually hear me better than some of the other people. I think though, the fact that she can't see what her own reflection is like. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They can't control themselves. And that again also reminds me of a conservatorship. If these crazy people are under some sort of conservatorship that keeps them crazy because my higher self doesn't like them very much, or at least doesn't like their attitude towards her, they're fighting against the voice in their head, but they're also giving power to it on one hand, because they think that's, I don't know, they're following God, they're chasing after God, only they don't realize who God is, and all the things that God thinks are bad is good, and things that God thinks is good is bad. There's a contrast, and then they start I think this is how people go crazy. I think they can hear the voice in their head, they give it power because they start believing it's God or something's talking to them or whatever, but then it starts going against things that they believe God is about. I'm not against witchcraft. I'm against witchcraft if you're going to use it for the wrong reasons, or I don't know. There's a lot of people that shouldn't try it because they'll just be thinking of how to gain more and more stuff from it rather than actually help other people. When I first started doing Wicca, I really wanted to know if it was possible to create a tornado, and I know tornadoes are very common in Florida and stuff. So I did try creating a few tornadoes, and it actually worked. They didn't destroy anything. They're mostly off the coast and stuff, but I tried to say, okay, I'll put it down this course going around there, and within 7 hours of me doing it, it actually happened, and that happened like 3 times. Although one of them I wanted to have a close encounter, and I wanted to actually go over my car, and it basically did. The field basically next door turned into this massive, I don't know, mud was just flying everywhere, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I was a really big fan on the Twister film, Twister Tornado, so I really wanted to experience what it would be like going inside it. It wasn't that big, I have to admit, it wasn't that big, but that was a good thing, because it could have been dangerous if it was. But I do think that Wiccan's quite cool, but at the same time, yeah, normalizing it's probably not the best thing because you don't want lots of people trying it. And I don't think it would work for them. I really don't think stuff like that would work for them. But anyway, it did for me. And what else? I don't know. My plan today is just to stay in this hostel, and I'm really freaking out though about like when's it going to be over. You know, I don't. The light is terrible here. Sun's shining through now. I'm in a big shadow. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, is that better? So yeah, it's really annoying how I still don't know when it's going to end or anything. Um, and I'm just hoping it's soon. Although I have to admit, I am getting a little bit concerned with the Big Brother house in the sense of, am I actually going to be on it? Like, I keep thinking, what if I am? Why are they not contacting me? And also, I keep meeting people that kind of remind me of characters that I've seen in the house. And like the night that I got very, very drunk, there was a taller black guy, and it reminded me of the taller black guy in the house, and it's making me think, how do I know it's not the same person? And then yesterday at the protest, there was also a guy with brown hair, and in the house, there's also someone with brown hair with like blonde at the end. Now it's different, but how do I don't know. I feel like I'm getting so confused with so many different things. So many things are going through my head that it's hard to focus on what's real and what's not. I know a lot of people like playing tricks on people in LA. Like I've seen all the shows where you set people up and stuff, and part of me feels like maybe I'm just being set up because I'm seeing lots of weird stuff all over the place. And is it all just a setup? I don't know. In England, I don't get paranoid that people are setting me up because people don't really set people up over there. Whereas here, I feel like I want to contribute everything to being something that's fake. Like even if I miss the button, oh, did you deliberately set that up? Like there's a lot of, I'm getting really paranoid here. But yeah,